Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm not even logged into StreamYard, so I can't even see normal things. It's actually making me look like a participant on this today. So I know what you guys look like.
Yeah, probably be a better show.
And
damn right.
How do I have to stare at you for and with Stevie around every freaking Monday? Who signed me up for this shit?
I think you signed you up for this shit.
Oh.
Pretty sure it was the bartender from last night.
That guy's an asshole, man. I'm telling you. Man, I don't know what he was thinking. Well, what happened fun this weekend?
What happened last night with you, Donnie?
I tried to drink it all.
Oh. You were not successful, or you were successful?
If you would keep less alcohol in the house, then you can drink it all. It's all in how you do it.
So I'm gonna give some alcohol away today. No, I'm kidding. That's not happening.
Yeah, right. And pigs can fly.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, 106 yesterday. Just fucking miserable. We've got tarps over our air conditioners to keep the shade over them, trying to keep everything working. Our animals are just miserable. I've literally created almost like a micro pond for my pigs that they can just wallow in, and the dogs found it. So my white dogs are pretty much black at this point. So it's crazy. I can't believe, and it's going to be about the same today, heat wise.
It's not slowing down for a week or so.
No. So Peyton did something pretty big this weekend.
It's not hot here. It's hotter in Phoenix than it is here.
Is it?
Yeah, they're getting 108, 109.
But isn't it more of a dry heat? I don't know. I've never been to Phoenix.
Heat is heat.
Ended up buying a new motorhome on Friday. That's what I did. I'm going from a travel trailer to from a 24-foot travel trailer to a 34-foot motorhome. And so 10 more extra feet, I can get out of
this one actually has closets.
Yeah, so I told him he can tow the one he's in now behind it, so he can just take his closet with him.
Right.
Yep. There you go.
So it's lost in the 1990s, but it's actually a really cool setup,
And I am fighting Genevieve right now. I'm like, we need to update some of it. Like, we can keep it retro, but like some things need to get updated. And she's like, no, I don't want to change the upholstery. I don't want to change the blinds, keep the carpets. I'm like, why are we doing that? Let's change some shit. Make it.
So you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen in this scenario? Everything Genevieve says.
That's exactly right.
Anything she says goes. And I'm going to try and say something else, but at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I'd 100% rip that carpet out.
Hopefully she wants to keep that 1970s mirror on that wall.
She does like the mirror.
That thing is shagadelic.
You were the one that said, take it off the wall, put it on the ceiling above the bed.
On purpose, that shit.
I've never understood why anybody would put a mirror above the bed. Like, why do I want to see my ass or her ass? I mean, I just don't.
Listen, hey, if you're on top,
how are you going to see your own ass?
You can't see your ass.
Yeah, you can't see your
ass. I can turn. I can twist. I can twist.
Oh my god!
You said that. Keith, you said that when my mom was over looking at the motorhome, and she goes, "Have you ever woken up and stared yourself in the face? It's terrifying." And I was like, "That." Laying in bed, you just stare back at yourself. And you're like,
it's like you go to a public restroom and there's a mirror on the back of the door or something. You're like, why am I staring at myself while I'm taking a crap? I mean, I don't get
it. Wait. There's a mirror in the stall door.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of them that have done that.
I haven't seen it.
You gotta stay on
nightclubs,
the gay strip clubs.
Only on the weekends. No.
Where was this at, LeBaire?
No, nightclubs do it all the time.
Really?
So, friggin'. I'll also there's a sandwich place over in like Watauga area that all of their urinals were lips, big ass lips that you were peeing into. Yeah. I've got pictures of that one.
It's like when you go to leave and it says women.
Yeah, so you feel like you walked into the wrong bathroom.
Restroom, they put men on the hallway, so you think you're in the wrong place. So, which Peyton never understood the joke.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
The craziest bathroom I ever went to was in New York. It was girls. They had a trough for dudes and stalls for the women. So you were literally peeing and women were walking in. When Elizabeth got to her stall, I just put my back to the door and like, ain't no motherfucker get anywhere near her. You know, and then I didn't pee because I'm like, I am not standing here peeing in a horse trough with women walking by. I mean,
there was
Christ,
there used to be a place in Deep Ellum that was co-ed bathrooms like that. So it was funny because the drunker they got, the more women were peeing in the trough.
I mean, I've seen women peeing in sinks and stuff like at ball games and whatnot because the line's so damn long or whatever.
Oh yeah, that happens.
So, all right, P, let's run that game.
Sure. Trivia morning.
This is gonna get ugly.
Yeah, I mean, what? How worse can it get, Donnie? You're on the screen, running into it. Chemical formula for water.
H2O.
H2O.
Yeah, we're gonna start easy.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Mars. What planet did we grow up with that is no longer a planet?
Pluto.
Isn't that crazy?
Who was the author of the Harry Potter series?
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Did you have like 5 minutes to put this together? 7.
Continents in the world. See, I didn't know how awake everybody was going to be this morning. Sometimes y'all are on it, and sometimes y'all are fucked.
Listen, I've got a 3rd grade education.
Why was that one continent cracked?
Was it?
What is the...
See, look, there's a big ass crack running down the
There's an earthquake. I'm going to say carbon dioxide.
It's a good one.
Gas?
Anybody else got guesses? Yeah.
Oxygen.
Methane.
Bernie?
Oxygen.
Oxygen's a good guess. Nitrogen. Nobody
Really?
gets it.
Yeah.
According to Google.
We're all walking around.
According to the Google.
I'd say Google is reliable most of the time.
Modern physics.
I'm going to say Einstein.
No clue.
Isaac Newton.
Newton's a good guess.
Billy Bob Thornton.
I'm going to say Donnie's wrong. Einstein. That one's Keith's. Question 7. Who has the most Grand Slam titles in tennis?
McEnroe.
Can you give us a hint? Is it a female or a male?
It's a male.
It is a male.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's McEnroe. I think it's...
I'm just saying the only freaking dude I can remember.
I can't remember his name.
Federer.
Federer, Djokovic, maybe.
I think both his first and last name begin with a B, and I can't remember his name.
And Bernie, you said 2 names. What'd you say?
Federer or Djokovic.
It is Djokovic.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I was right on it.
I can never know his first name.
Yeah,
I never know his first name.
There's not a single B anywhere in that name.
Yeah, B.
They're both silent, but no back.
They're both invisible too.
What is the name of the land in the Chronicles of Narnia?
Oh fuck!
Oh shit!
Is Narnia? Narnia is the name of where they are.
No, Narnia is the book. The land is. It starts with a B.
Everything starts with a B this morning. Any other guesses?
Oz.
Nothing.
Oz.
Oz?
That's right.
Oh,
Land of Misfit Toys.
Pause, like you were gonna start looking it up. No, motherfucker, no pause in this.
Oz.
No, it is Narnia.
All right, I was right.
Yeah.
Second guess myself.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Anybody know how fast the speed of light is?
Fucking fast.
That's a good guess.
A little bit
faster than sound.
Yeah. Faster than sound is a good guess.
Mach 1, Mach 2.
I have no idea in Machs what it is. I have
no. It's
that's
gotta be
not
way
my
faster.
problem. The answer is correct.
At first, it gave me to kilometers per second, and I was like, "What is that in American? What the fuck?
What is that in American?"
I had to go translate it.
Hang on. Hang on. 186,000 miles per second. Don't airplanes break the sound barrier?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
They're not going 186,000 miles per second.
Well, there
Correct.
is a gap between speed and of sound and speed of light, though.
correct. Keith woke up
Oh,
15 minutes ago.
The speed of
Okay.
sound is 761 miles per hour.
Speed of sound 761 miles per hour. This is miles per second.
Damn.
Mona Lisa was
That was Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo.
Mona Lisa.
Do you know how how that painting became famous?
No.
Some thieves broke into like the Louvre or wherever it was, and it was just one of his paintings, but it was also one of the smallest paintings. They actually stole the painting for a couple freaking years because they said it was nobody could break into this place, but they stole the painting, and it got famous because it was the only like painting stole from like the Louvre. And then they actually brought it back after like a couple of years, but the painting wasn't even all that spectacular of all of his paintings. But the story behind it being stolen is what actually made the thing famous.
It's the same with that that Honus Wagner baseball card, right? He wasn't nowhere near being the famous player, but why is his card the most expensive? Because he was against tobacco, and the tobacco company is who sponsored baseball cards back in that day. So they only ran like 150 of his cards, and then he asked his card to be pulled from it. So
most rare.
Wow. That's crazy how even in this type of stuff, it's your story that kind of sells it.
Yeah.
always is, yeah.
Business as well.
That's why I'm gonna create some art and have Donnie steal it.
Good plan.
This was 2003. I was there.
The only argument I think I got for the Titanic, it's both of them could have fit on the fucking door. That's the stupidest shit ever.
I agree.
Like, you know,
Fuck Rose.
bitch.
1920s.
What year did Titanic? I'm gonna say 1929.
Go with 23.
29, 23. Donnie, you got a shot in
1997. That's when the movie came out. 12.
We were so close.
There's a conspiracy theory that its twin ship was the one that actually sank.
The
not
Carpathia,
actual
the Carpathia,
yeah. Was it? No, that wasn't the Carpathia. It was Olympic or Olympus or something like that.
yeah. Yeah, go read that conspiracy theory. It's actually pretty compelling.
Mm.
I might go check it out. Sounds fun.
So the Olympic and the Britannic were the sister ships.
Yeah.
This one hangs in the Mona Lisa hangs in the Louvre.
The Louvre.
Every time I ask a question and Donnie goes and looks off to the side, I'm like, this motherfucker's searching it up, isn't he?
No, I'm like trying to find the trivia behind it.
This one hangs in the Louvre.
I was like, I don't know how to spell that, but I'll figure it out. I don't know how to say it.
Lover.
Staying alive.
What's his character name?
Fuck if I know. It's Steve.
Shotgun Red.
See, I was
Bobby.
thinking Stevie was gonna nail this one.
Right?
Tony Manero.
Wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
Nope, neither would
I
I.
don't think I've ever seen it.
I thought it was Bobby
You ever seen
Bonilla.
Saturday Night Fever.
It begins with a B.
My second guess would have been Barry Bonds.
Occasion
Third guess would have been Bruce Banner. What
Summer
occasion?
solstice?
Yeah, summer solstice.
Summer
Halloween.
If you haven't seen the Halloween post that Lila put out, you should go back and read it on Facebook. She thinks Halloween should be celebrated every single month. Which country is the largest in the world? That would be
a big one over there.
Is it that way or is it that way?
Is it Antarctica?
Actually, it is probably Antarctica.
Antarctica's pretty big, but not the largest country.
It's not. So then it would have to be
Russia,
Asia.
Asia, not a country.
Africa.
Asia's not a country. Africa, not a country.
Oh, that's the continents.
Russia is a country.
I was right.
You said Russia,
Yeah.
and then you started skipping over, trying to just say every answer you could, and one of them
Because you didn't tell me I was freaking right.
I was gonna let you keep going. You're like, I don't know.
Well,
South America.
Pam got it.
Did she?
Yeah.
By the time we got somebody in here that was smarter than us.
Yeah.
That is
Good job, Pam.
Surit and Pam.
Surit, you're way too
All right.
late, man. You just copied Pam's answer.
M&M fruit chews would eventually become what popular candy?
Skittles.
Starkist, whatever the fuck those things are called. Starburst. I'm guessing. I have no fucking idea.
Starbursts. Keith, you said Skittles.
You know, that's the third wealthiest family
I'm saying Skittles.
in the United
Skittles?
States. The Mars family.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know one is Walmart, isn't it?
Yeah, the Waltons,
The
are
Waltons.
number 2.
Yeah, 2 of the kids live here in Fort Worth. The Waltons.
That's what
Do
I
they?
heard.
Yeah.
Starburst.
I was right with Starburst.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Oh.
Bernie. Skittles. That's stupid.
Taste the rainbow.
Guinness Book of World Records says this is the best-selling book of
Oh.
all time.
I'm pretty sure, isn't it Endless Stream of Referrals?
Fuck the focus.
I know the
I'm
answer
telling
to
you,
this.
right there. Fuck the focus.
I know the answer to this. I'll let you guys have a chance, but I absolutely know the answer to this.
I think it's
The
the Bible.
would be.
Yeah.
It is the Bible, yeah. It's the Bible.
Yeah, Guinness Book of World Records says that it is the best-selling book of all time. The Bible.
Wait, is it fiction or nonfiction?
Great
Next. Hurry. Go to the next content.
No, that's it.
Fine.
That's the last one. We have to sit on that. Thanks for that, Keith.
Nice. So typically every Monday we bring a guest in and help them work on the business. But today we decided to talk about more of some of the kind of the dark side of what it takes to actually run a company and all the things that go into that. I'm trying to give you guys some of the real truth of what people see, feel, experience as they are running a company. So I did come up with a whole bunch of questions to throw at you guys to kind of talk about this. But what's the most surprising thing about running a company that you weren't expecting? So as you've been building your companies out, what's like the one thing you were not totally expecting at all? I know my answer.
I'm trying to think back early on and stuff.
Yeah. I'll give my answer while you guys think.
Okay.
Mine was how fucking lonely it actually is. Right. So sitting back here, especially as I continue to get more staff and the likes, and peeling back from getting too personal in conversations and whatnot. This is why networking's been so healthy. But really, at the end of the day, you're sitting on your own for the most part. Ooh, Julie says shiny object syndrome. That's a beast.
That's a good one. I was thinking of that, Julie, as well, but I think mine is how much I didn't know. You spend 27 years in corporate America, and I was at a pretty high level, so running a lot of teams nationwide and doing a lot of things involved in high-end meetings. I thought I had this dialed in when I came over to business ownership, and I'm telling you right now that the fact that I didn't know jack shit surprised the crap out of me.
Yeah, I second that. It's all the extra little stuff that you don't really think about as an employee, right? Like unemployment insurance and, which states are monopolistic and have this or have that, like one-off type stuff that until you're, neck deep in it, you have no idea.
Yeah. For me, I'm still early on in what I'm doing right now. So shiny object syndrome is big for me. And to kind of go hand in hand with that, I feel like I changed my mind a lot. Like, is that a good idea? Is that not a good idea? Do I just fucking run with it anyways?
A lot of second guessing. Yeah. Sharon says
Fuck
can't
it
put
up.
it down. Yeah, that's absolutely true for me too.
That's a good
Yeah.
one too.
You never stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
figured when I had bought a business, it's my business. I can do whatever the hell I want to go play golf on a Wednesday. Fucking yeah. Okay. Sure.
Golf on a Wednesday. Yeah.
well, that leads into my second question really well. How do you maintain personal relationships while balancing demands of running a business, work-life balance, all that idea?
There's no such thing as work-life balance. It just doesn't exist. I mean, you have to make decisions on when you spend time in your business and when you spend time on the family. And this, for me, it happened at the absolute perfect time of my life, right? Going through a divorce and having a lot of time to devote to doing this kind of work. So
I'll tell you, I have so much respect for people who have kids and are trying to build a business.
yeah.
Because it's hard enough doing it without kids. I can't imagine trying to do it and raise a kid at the same time.
What are boundaries, Julie?
Yeah, tell me some more about those.
Explain more.
There's 2 points that have hit home recently that are following the same train. One of them is that there's no work-life balance. There's only setting priorities. And so one thing has got to be more important than the other. And you just have to figure out where that is on your list. And another one is actually, whenever we went out to San Antonio, Donnie, you and me, we went out to that event out there, Building Great Sales Teams.
Yep.
Doug's event.
And
Mike Claudio got on, and he said, write down every role in your life. If you have to cook at home, you're a chef. If you have kids, you're a parent. If you work out, you're an athlete. Like, write down all of these roles, and these are all the things you do. Circle like 10 of them. Those are your top ones. Business owner, right up there. Is like, figure out what your top roles are. Everything else has to come second. Like, that is a hard thing to like put a label and put a number on, and just be like, I can't always be a great friend because I have these other things that I have to focus on. And you know that some things have to take the back seat, and that sucks.
I will tell you that from running a business has forced me to be an adult when I don't want to adult at all. Right. It's the wildest thing that get your kids to do the housework. So my goats would eat everything, Sharon. They're not gonna make
they're not
it
so
work.
good with the paperwork, unfortunately.
So I'm trying. We're working with them. So never see the back of each other. So
wait, is she talking about the mirror again?
Maybe.
Moving on.
How much has imposter syndrome or self-doubt reared its head as you've built your companies?
Weekly, daily.
Sharon laughs.
Yeah, I mean,
wait, you're an adult, Julie says. No, I said it makes me feel like I should be adulting. So imposter syndrome kicks my ass. I try and look at and I think a lot of it is because you only see the good shit on social, right? Everybody looks like they're fucking winning, and it makes you feel like you're the only one that's sucking, right? Drives me nuts.
I agree with that.
If you were to base that question based on social media posts, the answer would be nobody ever has imposter syndrome ever.
Yeah, because everybody's winning. Everyone's a fucking
right.
millionaire.
Perfect family,
right?
On the perfect vacation. Which is why I hate social media.
Make a social media post about imposter syndrome. Cool. All right. Julie, all the damn time.
Yeah. So how do you guys? Well, then help them out. How do you guys deal with imposter syndrome?
You know, for me, it's been talking with a lot of coaches and mentors. Just taking out the head trash. You know, every time it comes up, taking it to the altar and letting it go out to the universe. You know, trying to.
Anybody else picture Bernie having an altar in his office?
I do. Yeah, it's right over here. Yeah, right over here. It's called a bar. It's got Mayor Pingree and
there's several chalices on it.
Candles, shit burning.
So I don't let it get to me at all. I just out of sight, out of mind. Right. 4 years ago I learned the biggest lesson of my life and stopped giving a shit what other people think. So I've taken that to heart, and I just don't give a shit. If it's I do what I'm gonna do, and take inventory of it myself, but I don't read into that bullshit.
I've gotten better, but Tony Watley, who I love following, put out a post that you're never gonna not give a fuck, right? There's at some point something's always gonna get to you. You're never gonna completely turn it off. It's learning to give a fuck about the right things, like your family, friends, whatever, right? Your business, the rest of the shit. You just got to figure out how to turn off the damn noise. Probably one of the best guys at not giving a fuck is John Hoffman. I love how that dude thinks, man. Fucking Mohawk. Did he put that back up? Because he looks like the Grinch who stole Christmas in that picture.
He does.
Yeah, that's John Hoffman as a
picture of him.
Right.
Wait, is it the Grinch before Christmas with the tiny heart, or the Grinch
that dude may not seem like he gives a fuck, but he's got the biggest heart.
Oh, he does. He does. I don't want to make him sound like a bad dude, right? But
all right, so he's the Grinch after Christmas. Then you answer my question,
right?
Yeah. And his main, whenever you look at him on LinkedIn, normally everybody takes their headline or their tagline to say what they do. His first thing in his tagline is humanitarian. And then he'll say what he does. I'm like, that's different. But for me, imposter syndrome, I take a VC every once in a while, and I take a lot of VCs. Let me start over. I take a lot of VCs, and then I occasionally in the conversation, they ask me how I got to where I'm at. And then sometimes it's just telling my story all the way through about how I started out and all the steps that I've jumped through, all the hoops that I've jumped through. And I just remind myself, holy fuck, I've done a lot. I've had a lot in my background that got me to where I am now. I could probably keep going. Might as well take another step.
That's awesome. How do you guys handle the pressure of running a business, or is there pressure?
Drinking.
Next question. Raise your hand if you
starts with a B.
Self-medication. Yeah, that's me.
What's up, Steve?
Nice. What about showing vulnerability? Vulnerability. I can't say that damn word. How often do you guys show any vulnerability running a company, which I wish more CEOs would do? Do you guys always show up in the Instagram version of yourself, or?
It's easy when you teach, right? You can go back and tell all your mistakes, all your problems, all you did to overcome all these things. But, going forward, it's still hard to tell people you're still failing. You're still figuring shit out, right? You want the world to think that you know what you're talking about and you've got all the answers, which is never the truth. So.
Ooh, I got a tough question for you guys. What's the most difficult decision you've had to make in your company?
Hanging out on Monday mornings with Bernie.
I thought you were going to say
company, not different show. Sorry.
Most difficult decision.
Mine was firing my COO. And the second part of the question is, what would you do differently? And I would have done it way sooner.
Interesting. Wonder who put that idea in your head. Anyway, moving on.
Taking that first step for me was probably the biggest thing. I mean, it only happened in January, right? Working for the Texas Rangers to going out and trying it on my own. Terrifying. I should have started the company sooner and tried to do it hand in hand while I had consistent income with the Rangers. But, well, what is it? Looking back, it's 20/20 vision when you're always looking at the past.
Yeah, for me, it's continuing on. And there's so many low points in this thing that I should have gone back into corporate America and had that safety net of things you don't think about, like insurance and 401k and travel budgets, all these things, right? There's so many times I've been tempted to go back into corporate America just for that. It's so much easier than what we're doing out here. So that's been the hardest thing I've had to deal with.
Yeah, for me, I think it's deciding to reinvest or to even just pay certain bills within the business from time to time, as opposed to even taking a full paycheck myself, because you need certain things within the business to do it right, just to operate. And during the low times, sometimes I've had to make decisions where it's like, do I pay for my sales navigator and take a little pay cut for myself? That's been the hardest part.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's not paying myself also, right? Like, trying to make sure everybody else gets paid and everything gets taken care of. I mean, I think if most business owners are honest, very few actually get a paycheck, like a legitimate paycheck where we might pay a few bills here and there, but I've never gotten a paycheck since I launched this company. So it's been freaking maintaining everything. How has running a business impacted your family life?
I don't get to spend a lot of time with them, but it's made me a lot more intentional when I do have the time.
That's a good point. Yeah. Similarly, I feel like I don't spend a lot of time with the family. But it's a matter of setting that time aside, or knowing that whenever this timer goes off on my day, that's a pause. Like I'm done for the day at 5 o'clock. I need to take a break. And I need to spend the rest of it with family. I need to go be intentional with my time for sure, and make sure that I have at least a date night a week, you know, make sure the relationship is still there. We have to.
Wait, who you taking on this date night?
Me.
Keith, it's normally you, Keith. What do you think?
I just want to make sure I'm not cutting me out of the picture here.
No. For me, yeah.
Putting himself first.
So, running a business and a family life, I've pulled away from a lot of the family because I find more and more I just want to talk business. I don't want to talk about anything else. And when you get around people who aren't running companies, it's really hard because the dynamics of the conversation, completely change. Like, I could give a shit what you had for breakfast. I mean, every once in a while, I want to talk and reminisce about old stories, but I'd rather talk about like I'll go over to mom and dad's farm, and everybody else be talking about old story. Keith and I are talking business the entire fucking time. That's all we end up doing.
In between pauses of tilting a bottle.
Right. Everybody's like, Keith doesn't hang out. I'm like, Keith hangs out when I come over. Because all we're doing is talking business.
Yeah, I hide my little studio right here.
Maintaining a vision on your company and where it's going. How do you guys keep a focus on what you're actually trying to create and build?
It's been easy up to this part until I've got a business partner, and he just threw new technology on me. So we're pivoting right now. We're in a pivot phase right now, which is good because the amount of volume that's about to come in is going to be crazy. But I thought I had a vision of how to keep it, where I was going, the path I was taking, and now it just got turned completely on its head. So we'll see how that challenge goes.
Yeah, I mean, the vision is the big picture, obviously, and honestly, you get caught up in the weeds of the business a lot. The individual tasks, the little things that you got to do all the time. But I think it's just making sure that all of those little tasks are leading towards the bigger vision, right? And what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But it's hard sometimes, seeing the forest through the trees.
For me, I love when the members of like Success Champions win. Man, I love when like they get a huge introduction, great referral. To me, that's one of the biggest things that keeps me going. Or, the time people will walk up to me and they're like, dude, where the hell was this, 5 years ago type of things. That's the shit that keeps me lit up. What are some of your proudest moments of running a business?
Sleeping in this morning until 7:30. I was telling Brad, I'm like, I can't even on vacation, I can't tell you the last time I slept until 7:30. I cannot believe my alarm went off this morning.
Me, I'm actually about to hit it. I'm about to hit my first milestone in my eyes, which is actually getting $1,000 in the business bank account that's staying. It's not me taking out of that. I've actually saved up business money, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I did it. I've got let's go. I've taken on enough small bullshit tasks every left.
And what's funny, in 6 months to a year, you'll look back when you have $10,000 in there and go, holy shit, I thought 1,000 was cool.
Yeah.
Right? 6 months to a year. Let's hope
it just keeps going and going and going. So don't lose those moments, because those moments are really cool to look back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I bought my company, and so some clients came with it, but I would say probably one of the biggest moments was when I got a first sale myself. It was like, okay, now I'm actually a business owner. I got a deal myself. It wasn't handed over to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mine's really it's a badass business summit. I know that may sound a little cheesy, but this is year 5. But for me, this is my Super Bowl. We probably just got canceled because I said Super Bowl, but. Freaking every year that it's the coolest thing in the world.
And what's crazy to me, or at least I don't know how much you want to talk about it, but it sounds like in the last years you've taken a loss on that event.
So yeah, this will be the first. Yeah, this will be the first year we got a shot at actually making money on doing it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty close.
But I mean, I've always done it for other people.
Right.
In trying to help them. So, and it's taken 5 years to figure out how to run events, and we still don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I'll get through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like what John Hoffman said, building a healthy culture where his employees are actually invested in care. That's a big deal. That's probably one of the I work in the HR space so much. So listening to people always struggle with how do you change culture? How do you create an environment like that? So the fact that John did it, and good for you. That's not easy.
I love that. I love when people are working with you that are, it almost feels like they're trying to build a business bigger than you are. They're so invested that they're doing shit that you weren't even thinking about doing.
He put up a green Grinch art.
Oh, friggin', what about, personal adventures? What's some of the craziest things that you've been able to do since running a company? For me, it's some of the stages I've been invited on to speak on, and some of those adventures, that I've gotten to do, which has been really fun. Some of the big podcasts I've been on.
Yeah.
Coolest thing for me is just the freedom that it allows to do stuff. I went to Hot Springs, Arkansas, and worked from a week there. I'm planning a trip. I think I'm going to spend 2 months in Costa Rica coming up, maybe December and January, and work remote from Costa Rica. I went out to Phoenix and worked for a week out there a couple months ago. So the fact that I can travel and work remotely is a lot of freaking fun. So I can't wait to start doing more of it.
Yeah, for me, I'd say it's the personal growth. Like I've always had kind of a focus on it, but being the face of the company, you've got to be out there more. You've got to be talking more, be putting out more content, and it's I always told myself that I didn't want to be rich and famous. I wanted to be comfortable and anonymous. Right, but you really can't do that as the face of a company.
Yeah. And then similarly to Keith, I like the freedom that I have. I built this business with the side dream in mind of traveling. And so I bought a travel trailer that is the size of a closet. And so now I bought a motorhome, which is double the size almost. And so
I'm of a closet.
Of a closet. Yeah.
It's like walking. It's fine.
Yeah.
But the coolest thing about the new motorhome is all that shag carpet that's on the walls. It's amazing. I don't know how they got
carpet on the walls.
No.
The ability to travel and do my business remotely, do my job remotely, is what I've built it around. I would love to be able to continue being able to be mobile and working from wherever my new back porch is.
Let's love that. So what's the most fulfilling aspect? We just answered that one. So what about day to day? What keeps you going, most of the days?
Julie, fuck off. Walk in the closet. It's funny? We got the new motorhome, and Genevieve opens up the closet and goes, "Holy shit, look how deep it is." And she sticks her leg into it to show how deep it is. I'm like, why did you do that? It's not a walk-in closet. You can't just
it is now.
climb into it.
So,
whatever.
Just because you can park your current travel trailer in your closet of the new one, right?
Yeah.
But seriously, like every day, what keeps you going, day in and day out?
I mean, for me, I don't ever want to have a job where I report to somebody else. Yeah, I got tired of corporate America, the BS, the politics. I mean, there's still politics and BS when you're running your own business as well. But it's I get to choose, where I step into or out of.
Even though it's so tempting to go back into corporate America, that's the one thing that has prevented me from doing it. And that's the freedom, right? The freedom that I've created every single day if I want to take a Friday off and do a 3-day weekend, I can do it. I know I'm going to pay the price on Monday, but I can still do it.
That's the one thing that I got to do better is, taking time off and going to do things. Man, I'm here freaking in the grind, Monday through Friday. My excuse, though, also is it's really hard to get off the farm because you got to bring people in and take care of the animals and everything. So it's a double whammy. No.
Why don't you have Peyton bring his motorhome and park it over there, and then they could take care of the animals.
There you go. That's a real thing.
That's an idea.
Genevieve would do it in a heartbeat.
I was going to say, I know how to take care of animals. Absolutely. Look at me.
Yeah, but I think the way you take care of animals, the way she takes care of animals, we're talking about two different things.
You're very but my day-to-day getting me going, just the freedom of traveling. I said it earlier. That's what I love to do. But the second piece of it is that my passion is multi-camera directing. My passion is what I'm trying to build this company so that I can do. And so the closer I get, the more steps I take towards that. It's just more fuel in the fire. Like, let's get it to where I need it to go. Let's get it to where my dream job is and create that dream business so that I can keep that position. Right.
Love that. What are some of the most outlandish or strangest client request or prospect requests that you've ever gotten?
That's easy for me because I get phone calls all the time saying, "Hey, I'm dating this guy. Can you run his background check?" I can if you can get his social security number, but that's not what I do. So you need to hire a private investigator. So yeah, I get calls like that all the time.
I guess back in college, whenever I first started doing small stuff to kind of make money, I was doing photos for a while. I was doing graduation photos, and then some people were doing headshots for like drama for the arts and theater. And I actually had a couple of people. I started off with one asking me to do boudoir photography, and I was like, for you, yes, ma'am, I will. And then other people would jump in, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to make this a thing, so I will step out on that, and I will go do other headshots for other things.
Hey, John, I just got a quick follow-up question for John. That's do you remember the website?
Oh, he said no.
That's a good one.
That's awesome. I mean, $20 is $20, John. I mean,
I hope it's more than $20, but yeah.
What's one for volume?
What's one crazy habit that you have that might surprise people?
For me, I don't know if it's so much as a habit or if it's an addiction or if it's a mental tick, but I can't have anything in my inbox. I can't have anything in my social media, like notifications. I can't have notifications with a number. You know what I'm talking about? Like people have 5,000 unread emails and 4,000 unread LinkedIn messages. I can't do that.
Yeah, I've got a spam. Yeah, I've got a spam mailbox that I'll send all the bullshit to, and I won't look at that one. But on the ones that
that one doesn't bother me because you can hide it.
On it. The red number on my phone that tells me I have a message, I have to fucking click it. I'm the same way.
I can't not do it.
But to that same extent, like, I'm fidgety. I'm always fidgety. I've got a little stress ball that I'm just over here messing with because I need something to do with while I'm talking to y'all. And I'm talking to anybody, I need something to mess with. And whether it's a stress ball or a little fidget toy or just a pin that I'm flicking around in my hand, I've got to do something with my hands while I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, my inbox has got like 27,000 emails in it. I mean, LinkedIn I take to zero, but my weirdest quirk problem is I can't turn my mind off. Like, my mind never stops. It is constant barrage of ideas, information. Like, the idea of meditation just freaks me the fuck out. These gummies.
This commercial is brought to you by Delta 9.
Brought to you by Captain Morgan.
This is how my brain turns off.
Yeah. It just freaking runs and guns. But probably my most healthy habit is writing every morning. People ask me all the time, they're like, do you actually write your own LinkedIn post? And that's me every morning. Thanks, John. And I literally I write those posts every morning that morning. It's just something I got in the habit of. And you want to find a good way to figure out who you are, what you think about, your philosophy on life. Start writing every day like that. It's pretty wild.
Are you like handwriting, or are you typing it on your
typing
phone?
on my phone?
Okay.
Typing on my phone.
Like, that'd be cool to like eventually keep all of those handwritten notes in like a scrapbook of just all of your random
I've got probably 99% of them in a notes app on my phone because that's what I'll write them in, and then I'll send them over to Chat GPT to have them edit. And
make this make sense.
Yeah, well, not make sense. I mean, when I first started, I damn sure was because I never learned grammar in school, so I never knew where fuck commas were. Or why the hell is there 3 ways to spell two? That's so stupid. Pick one word. And why can words spelled almost the same exact way be spoken completely different?
You mean like bomb, comb, tomb?
Yes, exactly that. It's like it's spelled the same way. Knock it off. So,
tells you a little something about our forefathers.
Yeah, for me, I'd probably say it's just one more, right? Like, no matter what I've done throughout the course of the day, I am always trying to do one more thing, and that one more thing ends up taking me from ending at 6 o'clock in the evening to 9 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah,
I got to get a mohawk now.
Right.
That's it.
Hang on.
For Babs,
I know where your bald spot is.
Right, it'd be a partial. What do you call a half a mohawk?
We share the same bald spot, so
right. What's
they call it a faux hawk.
Front mohawk.
Maybe I do the reverse mohawk. Right.
Oh, yes.
Johnson's I need to get at.
Leave just enough for the comb over.
Friggin'. If you became a billionaire for one day or suddenly overnight, what would you do?
But that's a big difference.
Okay, let's do it suddenly overnight. What would you do?
I have a plan for winning the lottery. It's always I really do. And the first thing I would do is I would pick about 25 people to give back and lighten their load, like paying off their mortgages, paying off their cars, things like that. I would go find 3 or 4 people that I know as financial investors that I trust and give them a very large check to invest into certain things, spread it around a little bit. And then I think for the rest of my life, I would be a Shark Tank guy, right? I would be an angel investor. I would be, a philanthropist for the rest of my life, taking the knowledge that I have now to help support their dreams and businesses and put them on the right path.
You were always my favorite.
Julie, you just got bumped from 26 to 25. Congratulations.
Julie just got voted off the island.
Donnie, I think I know yours. That
what do you
there.
Yeah. So I'd get really, really philanthropic, more so than I can be right now. But yeah, I would be buying the ranch with the Ren Fair Animal Park combination, with an executive retreat. Unlike Bernie, I want to be the most famous person that nobody in my hometown knows. So I want to build a Ren Fair and then have nobody know I own it. He's showing his lottery tickets.
I haven't checked them yet this morning, Julie, so there's a good chance I'm coming up to Michigan to pay off your house.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think similarly, I'd want to help out, my family and a lot of my close friends, people that I know have struggled financially. But then after that, I just want to travel the world.
Yeah.
Never do anything I don't want to do again.
Well, what's crazy for me, I'm kind of on the same path. I want to travel. So I guess I would buy a bigger motorhome. Let's go bigger. I don't need bigger. I can barely drive this bus that I got right now. But I wanted to build this company around not giving me the maximum amount of money and just getting to a point where the company pays for itself. I get a little bit of money on the back end, and then I can continue living the life how I want to. So if I got $1 billion just out of nowhere, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it, honestly.
So the only way I would pay off family stuff and all that, excluding mom and dad, they would be taken care of, is I don't want to mix family and money, right? Wow. You help people one time and then they're going to come back for more.
There's a lot of things I would do in that process. They'd have to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
That NDA would say, well, you cannot disclose where the money came from. Also, you can never ask me for
anything again. Yep.
Again.
And see, and I think that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't want to just hand over money. I would pay off your mortgage for you. I would take care of your car notes, right? Like you'll never pay insurance again. I got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because anytime you just give a handout, it just
No,
causes more issues.
I will say the absolute first thing I would do is I would probably go 2 weeks to an all-inclusive resort somewhere and lock myself away with about 27 bottles of my favorite friends.
27 bottles of my favorite friends.
I was gonna say first thing, we're going to Disney World. Woo!
No, fuck that. That's the last place on earth I would go.
We're going to Universal. Fuck Disney World. I didn't know. I just found out today.
Buy Universal out for the day, right? So that you could go enjoy all this stuff without those long lines.
Well, I didn't know, but you can actually go tour the freaking Hogwarts castle. You don't have to ride to ride. That's a thing. I didn't know. I saw a TikTok today where you literally could just walk up to one of the people in management and say, "Can I just tour the castle?" I totally missed that opportunity last time I was there. I'd do that in a freaking heartbeat.
I bet Lila and I have gone through that probably 40 or 50 times when we had our season passes, and I had no idea you could do that.
Yeah. Just saw a TikTok on it today because,
we got lucky. It'll never happen again because we went when they reopened the park after COVID. We went on day 2, and it was us and maybe 250 people in both sides of the parks.
That's insane.
So because we had season passes, right? We got to go and we did everything with zero. They're same amount of employees, so you get the same experience, but there was nobody there. We could do anything and everything, and Hagrid's motorbike ride had just opened, so we did that like 7 times in a row.
Yeah. Is that the one we did? What's the one in the Hogwarts castle? Is that Hagrid's?
That's no Hagrid's is it's brand new. It's only been open for a couple of years.
In Gringotts.
Yeah, it's the coolest roller coaster I've ever been on my entire life, and I don't like roller coasters.
The one that was in Hogwarts, I won't do again because once you go to like 4D, yeah.
I was sick for 2 hours after that. That's the one where you're getting chased by dragons and Hermione.
Yep.
So they said take all the change out of your pocket. So I tucked the change in your pocket and twisted it 3 times and then tucked it under my leg. I lost everything.
Still lost it all.
I know growing up, I went to, I forget which Disney park it was, Disney World or whatever. And I went on all of the rides. Like there wasn't a single ride I wasn't going on that day. And I ended up vomiting. And so that was great. Had a great time.
Nice. Well, cool. That was a fun experience, fun conversation. Right, got a lot of cool things out there. Let's talk about upcoming events and the likes. What do you guys have going on? We've got a bunch of things. I'm gonna try and get to them all.
I've got a really cool, exciting today. I've got a nap at 11:15.
Of course you can.
Really excited about it.
So, I'll start trying to go through some of us. So we got a Badass Business Summit pre-summit happy hour on Wednesday the 21st over at the Truck Yard in Fort Worth. So if you're in the area, want to come to, and you don't have to be coming to the summit to come, it's open to everybody. And then on August 28th, we're actually doing a virtual B2B pre-summit happy hour for the summit. So once again, you don't have to be coming to the summit for that, but that's coming. And then on September 3rd, SCN Global Connections chapter is launching, so that we are going completely global. So we'll have clients in Spain, I think Czechoslovakia now, South America. So then what else do we got? On Thursday, I have a workshop called Stop Cold Calling, Master the B2B Networking Game instead. So a lot of people signed up for that. Oh, Bernie, what do you got before I talk about the Badass Business Summit?
I got a few events actually coming up. I'm working with John Browning this week, part of SCN. He's doing a Money Matters Mastery, rather, webinar on, was that 21st? So that's Wednesday. And then another client of mine, Dan Silverberg, he's talking about leadership in the 21st century. That's on Thursday, the 22nd. And then next week on the 27th, myself and 3 of my fractional chief learning officers are doing a webinar all around fractional learning and development. It's, fractional is kind of the new thing, but not a lot of people are really familiar with how you leverage learning and development in a fractional capacity. So we're doing kind of an educational webinar workshop on that.
Nice. Very cool.
There is one other thing. I think Keith was kind of in charge of it, but that was the barbecue competition coming up late September.
Yeah,
I don't know if anything's changed on it, or if you wanted to bring it up at all.
Absolutely
but
nothing.
I brought it up. So.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have a date. We don't have anything yet. So I'm excited about it, but I'm waiting to solidify the dates and details.
Oh, and then we got the 5th annual Badass Business Summit. People by You's the theme this year, showcasing off your personal brand, helping you get on more stages, more podcasts, and dominate on LinkedIn. You'll hear Bernie talk about whatever the fuck he's going to talk about. And then
free mustache rides.
No, they cost now.
They cost.
Oh, shit.
He's big time. He's big time, right? So it's $1, but $1's $1. That's gonna be a lot of fun. We've only got like 8 VIP tickets left on that. Hotel rooms are almost sold out on that. So if you're gonna get your tickets, get your tickets. Price does go up in September. So get moving on your tickets if you're gonna get your butts there. So
2 more weeks. Prices.
I'm looking forward to the VIP section with
Jerry,
with Mr. McNamara. Yeah, really looking forward to that.
And then I have the last update on this is how many times we make fun of Stevie for not being here. We're up to 7.
Oh, beautiful. Love it. Well, y'all go have a badass week. Freaking, we're here every Monday trying to help you kick the week off and having some little fun, making fun of Keith every chance we get, trying to make Peyton cry. And
you do a good job.
This does go as the record that the most Bernie's ever freaking talked on a show. Like, so that's
because you forced him with all those questions.
I know.
Didn't have a choice.
So I think from now on, when we have guests, we're going to go, hey, Bernie, what do you think? Just to pull him in. So, y'all go have a badass week. We're here every Monday, guys, 8 a.m. Central. So love you, mean it. See you. Bye.